everybody, it's Tina Rico with the Creativity Cave. Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm still getting myself set up. Oops, that's wrong. I hope you guys are ready. Obviously, we haven't seen each other for so long. There's so much to talk about. I have to show you my first Christmas present, which my sister gave me. She put my daughter and her 12-year-old daughter in charge of picking this one out. And I think you can all agree, yikes. So I opened this lovely tube of lipstick up, and I don't know if you can see this, but this is the lipstick that came out. Are you prepared? Let me do something first, because this lipstick makes me nervous. And I think you might all agree. It's something out of like a horror film, or potentially some sort of weird science fiction. Okay, ready? Yeah. I promised her I would use it. And this is what she gave me. Isn't it scary? Okay, so like I'm dying. Hold on. I forgot I was going to have wet wipes prepared. So this is the lipstick that two teenage girls picked out for Dina Lipstick Rico. All right, like, can you even handle that? I have to take it off. It's not right. It's wrong. Okay. This is why you have wet wipes in your stamp office. So when your sister gives you blue lipstick and it gets on your teeth, because I literally just got it off my teeth, you can remove it. And then you can go back to your old faithful lipstick. Buxom. So much better. It's pretty and normal and attractive. My sister was hoping that they would pick out something like fun and sparkly. Apparently, she did not give them enough information about how to properly obtain lip stuff. So, there we go. We're like normal now. We're all good. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Is it a white elephant? I know, seriously, because my sister has a white elephant party every year. She's all about the white elephant gifts, so anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I had a little bit over a week off, and I have been sick ever since. It's been super fun. I wonder if, in fact, I meant to ask Diane, who is my assistant, who is just here. I wonder if I have a sinus infection going on. I'm sick of being sick. I had all these great plans for break. Like I actually did a couple of them, but I was going to relax, which I did do that pretty well, but only because I felt so crappy I couldn't do anything else. I was going to bake. I was going to stamp, like for fun, not the stress of getting projects ready and blog posts and videos and all that. I was just gonna have fun and all that stuff. So okay, so Penny says go to your doctor. My doctor just announced that she's leaving her practice. So I don't even have a doctor, and so, okay, but I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer today. I am very excited. Obviously, I love you guys so much. I planned this special Facebook Live just for you guys. So on Monday, I'll do my normal drawings and sharing, because I have a whole lot of projects to share. I got a lot of mail from the last 2 weeks that we have not been together. So I will share all of that on Monday, but I'm going to get everything going for you today. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 projects, and we'll see what we do. I've got 3 projects ready for you. But I'm so excited about celebration. I just wish I didn't feel crappy. Can you hear in my voice? I'm still nasally. My husband said to me at one point, he's like, I can't remember, I asked him if we could do something, and he said something like, if you can say more than 3 words without D at the end, then we can do whatever. And that's like from Friends when Monica is sick and she says, I'm fined. So I definitely was fined over break. But anyway, so I had a really nice Christmas, though. It was very low key. We stay home and don't do anything, which is lovely. My husband ended up making dinner mostly. We did have turkey, but I really felt so crummy. I didn't really do much of anything on Christmas Day, so it was kind of fun. Now, I did manage to watch a bit of Netflix. So this is kind of funny too. I don't know about you guys. There's this show, and the name of the show is A Teeny Bit Inappropriate. So warning, I'm about to say something a teeny bit inappropriate in case there are any preschool toys watching. There's a show that Eugene Levy and his son have created and come up with, and it's called Schitt's Creek, SCHITTS, and it's actually the name of a town. And on Netflix, it is so funny. It's just silly, dumb humor. And so I watched all of that, and then, so there were 3 seasons of that, and I got all the way through it. And then I caught up on one of my favorite shows, which is so silly. It's called, well, it's not silly, really. It's, I think my husband thinks it's silly that I'm into that, but another show that I really like is called Major Crimes. So I caught up on all of that. And then another show that my dang kids got me into, oh my gosh, is called Stranger Things. And it's a show about, well, I don't even know, so here's what happened with that. My son was watching it, and it's kind of sci-fi-ish a little bit. It's a little weird, but it's super good, and it got me sucked in. It takes place in the 80s, and the kids in the show are about the same age I was in that time frame, and so it was just really fun to watch because, oh my gosh, it is 80s to the max. I mean, the music and all that stuff. So anyway, it's kind of funny. But I got sucked into that show, and so I watched the whole, I watched like maybe the last episode or 2 of the first season, and then the whole second season, and now I gotta go back to watch the whole first season. But oh my gosh, you can't like watch it while you're stamping, because you gotta watch it and pay attention, because so many things happen, and ugh. Do you like my explanation of TV watching? And then I also write that, watched with my daughter, Bridget Jones's Diary, and then we skipped 2 because that's not a very good movie, and then we watched Bridget Jones's Baby because I'd never seen all of it. Actually, I watched it on the plane on one of the flights to or from Thailand, and it was so funny because I was falling in and out of sleep, and so I missed a lot of it. And when I watched the movie with Ella, I'm like, wow, I missed most of it. Like, it was really funny. So we watched that, and it was really cute, and so, yeah. Okay. So I have to tell you, though, that I have wasted a ton of time doing nothing but watching TV, but it's been really wonderful. So, you gotta kind of do that every so often, and I don't watch that much TV because I don't have time, or, well, I shouldn't say that. My son and I like watching Hawaii Five-0, and I kind of find that interesting. Again, my husband hates that I watch cop shows, so he asked if we could watch something that was not a cop show. okay. It's not that I do like crime dramas, but I kind of like the hot guys in the crime dramas. Just saying. If he watches this, I love you, sweetie. Okay. So then I also have to tell you, this is pretty exciting, but I don't have a visual for you yet, so I'm really sorry. So I believe I shared with you guys, or I did a video on, here, actually I have it right here. It's still sitting in my office, on this cute little stocking that could be an ornament, or I was telling you all of the things that you could put in this little stocking, because it's a pillow box. And so I was suggesting, you know, like something cute and little, you know, like diamond jewelry would fit in there really well. And while my husband didn't wrap it in this, I got some diamond jewelry for Christmas. So he gave me, and this is so sweet, and if I have a picture, well, I don't think I do have a picture. So he bought me diamonds, and he knew I wanted something kind of unique. I love unique rings, obviously. Have you guys seen that one before? Because that's my unique ring from Barcelona. Anyway, he bought me this ring, and he bought a setting for it, but he said, let's bring it back. It wasn't completely set. And he said, let's bring it back, and then you can pick what you want. And so I got to pick what I want. And it was really funny because we went in there, and it's just a local jewelry store. And the guy was, we looked at a couple things, and then I had bought this ring. It was just a costume jewelry ring right before Christmas, and I think a bunch of you have commented on it, and so I literally took that ring in, and I said, okay, I want this, the ring that I had, not this one, but I want this with it had like stripes of rhinestones on it, but we're upgrading mine to diamonds, and there's going to be one stripe of blue diamonds. And by blue diamonds, they're really aqua colored diamonds. They're like Bermuda Bay blue diamonds. And then there's also 3 diamonds in it for the 3-stone anniversary ring, because I've been asking for one of those rings for 10 years. And we had our 20th anniversary this past summer. So I finally got my ring. However, it's going to take them 4 to 6 weeks to make it. 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm really sad because I have to wait that long, but I think good things come to those who wait. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I will keep you posted because I believe I might have to go live as soon as it comes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited about it. But apparently I was a very good girl this year to get such a ring. So I was quite excited. And then I kind of was like, oh my gosh. So my husband got me a diamond ring, and I didn't really get him anything all that awesome this year, so oops. But hopefully he'll be okay. All right, so I think it's time to stamp, right? Well, I do have a few announcements, but then we're gonna stamp because it's the most wonderful time of the year, right? Okay, so first of all, did you know that a couple days ago Celebration started? So Celebration, along with our new Occasions catalog, have started. Yay! And it is the best time of year, of course, because during Celebration, there's so many specials. You get a free item out of this glorious brochure for every $50 you spend, though there are also a couple of $100 items, meaning you have to spend $100 to get them. There is a set of framelits right here. You can see those. And then you can tell because it says 100, and I know this is backwards, but you get it. And then there's also this gorgeous stamp set, which I love. This set is also one of the choices for $100, and it's a big stamp set. It comes in 2 cases, so that's pretty cool. And then everything else in here is $50. There will be a couple of things added in the middle of February. They've been doing that the last few years, and they will do it again this year, so I'm excited about that. This right here is definitely, hands down, by far my favorite thing. And of course, we'll make a card with this. This is the Party Pandas stamp set, and it is for sure awesome. If you don't have it, you need to get it. If you haven't ordered yet, you need the Party Pandas. Now, my second most favoritist set is the Lots of Lavender. I really like that one as well. It's so pretty. So I'm very excited to share stuff with you from that. So of course, I will have plenty of things. Now, Celebration is not just for customers. If you are a hostess or have a big order to put in, you also get an extra $25 when your total reaches $250. I'm looking for the chart here. The chart explains all of it on here. So when you host a workshop, you get an extra $25 in free product, whatever you would like, from either this catalog or the big catalog. So that's really awesome. And it is super, super awesome to have that. So I know a lot of people wait to place their big order during Celebration, and that's a great idea. Again, when you hit $250, you'll get 5 Celebration items, as well as an extra $25 in free merchandise, which is fantastic. In addition to that, if you sign up as a demonstrator, you will get to choose 2 free stamp sets from either the occasions or the annual catalog for free. So now, I know a lot of people wonder about that, because becoming a demonstrator doesn't mean that you are signing up to do workshops and parties and all the stuff that I'm doing. You don't have to do that at all. In fact, most of my team, and there's several of them on here, are already they're already just ordering for themselves with a discount. So that's a really great part of Celebration, is when you sign up, you get a starter kit of that's $99. You pick $125 in free merchandise, plus you get 2 free stamp sets, so that's pretty cool. And all of that allows you to make all of your purchases for 20% off, and you can either make more money by doing events or collecting orders, or you can just get your discount. And it's a really great way. So if you are spending a lot, and there are some of you who are spending a lot, I highly recommend... Oh no, why are there angry faces? What happened? That's not good. Why are you angry facing me? I'm sorry. If you are interested in a discount, I would definitely think about signing up, because it's a great thing. I don't know why people are angry facing me. That makes me sad. Okay, so anyway, I think it's a great deal. And again, most of my team are hobby demonstrators who just want a discount on their products. And we have an amazing team of people. In fact, I am so excited about that. Like, seriously, what's with the angry faces? Oh my gosh, if you're mad, go away. Don't be on here. I don't have the energy for that today. Oh. I'm not angry facing you. I'm just looking. I have my iPad here. I'm looking for, oh my gosh, I can't find my Facebook. Maybe I don't have Facebook on here yet. There it is. Goodness. Okay. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I don't have it set up. But anyway, thank you for the loving faces, people. So anyway, I was saying, join my team. We would love to have you be a part of our team. We are definitely way more than just stampers. We are a wonderful community. In fact, yesterday, one of my longtime demonstrators, I think she's been a demonstrator for like 6 years, she was over here, and she was just chatting about some things, and she was so sweet. She got all kind of emotional. And oh crap, I held it together yesterday and now I'm going to get emotional. But she was so excited because she's really working on her business and doing lots of great stuff, and she's working so hard, and I know just where she's at because I was there exactly how she was just a couple years ago, and she just was so excited to be a part of our group, and our group has really grown in the last year, so it was really fun seeing all of that kind of camaraderie of women and all the awesome things that we can do together, and her big thing was we're better together and whatnot, so it was really cool. The hubby, he's upset about the good-looking cops. He knows that I watch the shows for good-looking cops. Okay, do you guys know, do you know, I know I reference Friends so much, but I have to tell you, I really watched it a lot. So, anyway, on Friends, there's an episode, and I might have talked about this on a Facebook Live before, but there's an episode where Ross has a card of people that he's allowed to sleep with should the opportunity arise. They're like celebrities, you know, and of course it's a joke. But my husband and I always talk about that because it's so funny, because I always joke because his list of people he's allowed to sleep with is, well, it's funny. But anyway, but in the episode, Ross had taken off somebody and put someone else on his list, and now I can't remember who it was. But long story short, the one he took off the list walks into the coffee shop. It was really funny. Okay, that was a weird tangent, I'm sorry. But that's what you get when you're on the Creativity Cave. I still don't know why there are angry faces. I hope it's not like somebody who's mad at me, because seriously. Okay. Anyway, after all of that weird chatter, I think it's time we stamp. But I hope you guys are excited to stamp, because I have been. So one of the big things that I was disappointed about, oh, and by the way, we're going to use the Stamparatus. One of the things I was really disappointed about was not having the opportunity to stamp more. And so, over break is what I meant. And so I was really sad about that. Excuse me. I didn't get my area all tidied up like I was hoping for before class, or before Facebook Live started. So that's kind of what happens. That's my world. All right. But I do have some fun projects. So I do have my Stamparatus, and I've been playing with it and messing with it, and I'm excited to share with you some tips about it. Now I realize, oh look, see, it is good and magnetic. I realize that nobody has this yet. The only reason I have it is because I was part of the L2L program that helped develop it. So I'm really excited to be able to share with you some of the things I've learned so far. And I have learned quite a few things, but I am really impressed with what it's done so far. And I think you're going to agree that it is somewhat orgasmic. So if you are like me, you might find that it is a lot to handle. So what's really unique about this, of course, is that there's two plates, I guess, and they are on here hinged so that you can remove them, which is really helpful, and I'll show you why that's so cool. But it's really fun when you see the possibilities that this offers up over the previous versions of this product. So I'm really excited. So the first project we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I did this. Now, the first thing I discovered pretty early on was that I needed to have a way to kind of play with this and figure things out before I went to my cardstock. And the reason I say that is because the first thing that I did, the worst thing that I did was I stamped it all I was having trouble stamping it on a die cut shape. I'll show you this label. And actually, I'll show you the card. This is the card I was creating with it. And at first I was trying to do it on a die cut shape, which I got something on here. Oops. But I was having the biggest struggle with it. And so from that struggle, though, I've learned lots of really good tips. So the first thing that I want to show you is I have this stack of typing paper, and they're just half sheets of paper that I had that I cut in half so that I could use for practicing, and I've found it to be very helpful. Okay, the next thing, let's just actually, I'm going to pull out this, hold on, one sec. So I was sitting here and I had this out. In fact, it came on the day that I had my customer appreciation open house for my local customers here in Iowa. And so it came that day. So of course I was like giddy as all get out. So I pull this sweet little something stamp set out because of course this is the perfect stamp set for the Stamparatus because it is not particularly easy to get these exactly perfectly right stamped. And I know that because I have the teddy bear stamp set too. The baby bear set, and I haven't used it a ton because I find that if you don't have it lined up, it doesn't look quite as good as you might hope it to. So let me show you what I did with this. So first of all, I got to grab a scrap piece of paper. Now, I'm fairly confident about this particular card because I made them for a swap, so I know I can do this okay. So I'm going to just put my bunny on here. I'm picking it up with my Stamparatus. And then I'm going to take my magnets. Now there's two magnets, and actually let me show you that. They are on the base is where you store them. Okay. Now one thing I did right away is I wrapped mine in washi tape, and then I also put this washi tape tab on them because these are really strong magnets. They stick, and you also don't want your magnets to smack together like this because they can break. So, and if you look, I'm pulling pretty hard and they are not coming apart. So don't do what I just did, by the way. But if you wrap them with washi tape, that protects them because they can actually break. Okay, so that protects them. I believe, I can't guarantee this, but I'm pretty sure that when the Stamparatus goes live, there will be replacement magnets available for purchase. Just so you know. So one of the things is you put the magnets on here, and then it of course holds your paper in place. Okay. So next, I've got my background bunny all set up. So I'm going to use 3 colors. I'm going to use Crumb Cake, Soft Suede, and Early Espresso to stamp my bunny. So I'm going to take and ink up my bunny in Crumb Cake ink. Okay, and actually I just did a big goober on here, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to stamp this down, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then you can see it did not stamp everything, like my big finger that I wiped right off. So to fix that, because it's all positioned perfectly, all that you have to do is re-stamp. Oh, it's so awesome. And then everything comes out perfect. If you keep messing it up, though, you can keep fixing it. That's the beauty of the Stamparatus, although I totally moved my paper, so that's kind of a bummer. We'll flip it over. Because as you know, there are 2 sides to every piece of paper. That's one thing is when you're talking and demonstrating, it can be a little distracting. Now, the other thing I have discovered is that having this little thing right here is very helpful with your Stamparatus. And if you have reserved a Stamparatus through me, when you complete your order, I'm going to send you one of these as a free gift. That's right. And this is what's called an absorber. And an absorber is actually found in the automotive section of Walmart. Okay. And it's like a chamois thing to clean your car. But I find it's very helpful for use with cleaning your Stamparatus, because what happens is you get ink. Okay. Now what happens when your paper sticks like that, you can just stick it back in the corner of your Stamparatus. There we go. So we're all good. Do you see how much better that stamped, by the way? Okay. Now I was doing a swap with this when I first did it. And so the next thing that I did is there's 2 more pieces to complete my bunny. So I'm going to take the second piece and I'm going to line it up. By the way, this helps to, I might stick my head in here for a second. I did pretty good. I'm just lining it up exactly on here. And then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to pick the stamp up like that. Okay. And it moved again on me. Once you use your stamps a little bit more, they don't stick as much. And the photopolymer, of course, sticks more than the red rubber. Okay. Now, on here, you can see I've got some ink. So that absorber is really great for cleaning up the ink that gets on here. I will say, though, that it does not clean as well as a Stampin' Scrub, because whenever you use white ink or, see, look at how perfect that is. White ink or black archival ink especially, you need to scrub. And then a lot of times when you get really deep grooves of images, it's hard to clean them with the absorber. So I found I haven't stopped using my Stampin' Scrub. I've just kind of changed a little bit. Okay, so now I did that. I'm ready for my next one. So I'm going to pull this off and flip it around. And then I'm going to stamp my next layer. Okay, so again, I'm going to line this up by placing it right here. So that means with my 3-step, darn it, with my 3-step stamping, I can pick up and do all 3 steps without having to remove them. So then when I want to make a second card exactly like this, and like I said, I did this in a swap, so I made, I think this was one I made 20 of. I just sat and did boom, 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 boom. Oh. It didn't stamp very well, so let's fix that. It doesn't help that I should have put this in a different spot so that I wasn't stamping, but oh, look at how beautiful that is. So awesome. Isn't that cool? So I'm so excited. And it looks like a teddy bear, like 3-dimensional. Like I could hug it, squeeze those cheeks. But isn't that cool? So I made a card out of this. And I was really excited about it. Now today I was stamping, and I want to share with you what I created.
Oh, you're on Facebook Live.
I'm on Facebook Live. Hi, sweetie.
How long did your Facebook Live go for?
Oh, a while. We're just getting going. Okay, so I can clean up. What do you need?
Helen and I wanted to see The Greatest Showman tonight.
All right, we'll talk about that after. Okay? Okay, so I can clean up, but I'm doing something completely different than this right here. Okay, so I'm going to close that off. You can see I'm cleaning this out, and the cool thing about these is you just rinse them off, and then they're good to go. And then you can clean your tabs. Okay, so for this next project, I wanted to create a project where I lined up a bunch of hearts in a row. And here's my heart. I gotta clean it. This is, I was working on cards because I have an upcoming online class with this stamp set called, what is it called? Hold on. I can tell you something about, I don't have the new stamp sets. Sure do love you. I can't memorize the sets yet. for some reason. I don't have them memorized, I guess is what I should say. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, and it's not coming out very well. Let me get rid of one of those magnets. What I'm trying to say is I wanted to create a bunch of hearts in a row on a card. And this is, I'm coming back to my scrap paper, remember that? Will this tool replace your blocks? I would say no, not 100%. It will partially replace your blocks. You'll definitely need less of them, but it won't replace them 100%. You're still going to want blocks. But what I do find it to be really great for is, like this one, these stamps fit on the biggest, like, not the background block, but the next one, it's like that big. And that can be really big to have. And you would need 3 of them if you wanted to stamp these, you know, without having to switch back and forth. So I find that this really helps replace the need for lots of blocks, okay? And you'll see more and more what I want. The other thing is you don't always want to use it necessarily. And we'll get into that a little bit more as we go. But okay, so back to my card here. I wanted to stamp on this piece of Whisper White. So I'm actually going to tuck it underneath because you can see where it is on here. Okay. And I knew I wanted 3 rows of stamped images. And so I was trying to figure out how I could do this. Now I'm going to flip this around and work with it like this. Okay. So I am starting with I want my images to go like boom, boom, boom. Okay. So to do that, now I got to make sure I'm getting it right. So I picked up my stamp. You can see I had kind of positioned it. Now, I'll kind of move this so you can see a little better. So what I want to do is make sure this is on my block right so that the words are straight. So I'm just kind of adjusting it slightly. It's still in the same place. And then I'm also kind of using those grid lines to make sure that my heart is pointing the way I want it to point. Okay, and here again is where your scrap paper is really helpful because you can stamp it and then make sure that it is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up with some pink Pirouette. But I will tell you, somebody just said it's great for making many cards at a time. It absolutely is. And I was so thrilled when I started making swap cards. But even if you're not making swap cards, because you might not make swap cards, but if you want to make more than one card of something, it really is helpful. Okay, so now I have it on here, right? Oh, and actually, you know what? See, this is why you do this, because I want it to be, I want to start in this corner. This will all make sense in a second when you see why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so stamp this down like so. Then I'm going to pick it up and scooch it over 1 hinge worth. And this is called the hinge step stamping. Oh my gosh, this is where, like, literally when they showed us this at Onstage, I almost had a stamp-gasm. It just really is that awesome. Okay, so look, it's perfectly lined up. Oh, and then we're gonna go over once more. Boom, boom, boom. Ink it up and stamp it down. Now, the other beautiful thing about this is that, and now I can see that this is good and even. Now, the other thing is I want to stamp another row right below. Okay, so I'm going to do that in a second, but let me show you. Let's quick stamp this first on our actual cardstock. So now that I quickly determined that I had it arranged the way I wanted it. So I'm going to do 1, step it over, 2, step it over, 3, oh. Okay, there we go. Now, here's where my magnet comes into play. Remember my magnet? Now I have this. I'm also going to step up my paper on the hinges. So right now my paper is lined up right in the corner. So I'm going to move it up the equivalent of 1 hinge, which just means it's at, because it was, you know, right in that corner. So I'm going to line it up with the edge of the first hinge. Okay. And then I'll stick my little magnet down to hold my cardstock in place. Yes, a stampagasm. A stampagasm. Yeah, whatever it is, I'm having it. Okay. I'm whispering in case there are preschool toys listening, because I know that at least one of you has a little one watching. Okay, so there we go. Do you see that? We're moving it over one. Stamping it again. Stamping it again. By the way, do you notice how it says I'm yours? There could be no truer words. Okay. Perfect. Now we're gonna move it up one more notch. Okay. And I'm lining it up with that very edge of the next hinge. Got my magnet back in place. Moving these over. And cleaning my stamp. Cleaning this off. The beauty is if you get ink on the plate, it never touches your cardstock, so you're good to go there. So that's nice. But I did find when I first started using it, I was touching the ink on the plates onto my hands, and then I was touching my paper, and that was kind of making me mad, but it's okay. Someone asked if I have the pad under my paper. You thought you didn't need it when using rubber stamps. True, but I just left it on here, and it's working fine, so I'm just leaving it. Okay. Next is my next color, which is Berry Burst. So we're doing the same thing, stamping. Stamping, stamping, stamping. By the way, when you're not commentating this, it goes pretty fast. It doesn't take this long to stamp when you're by yourself. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so there we go. And did you see I've got all this ink on here, but it's not on my paper. Yay! Okay. All right. Now, wiping this off and this. So I'm done with my Stamparatus portion of the stamping. So now let's put this card together for the rest. Okay, you do need the pad for the photopolymer, but I was just using a red rubber stamp, so it didn't matter. So all of these are perfectly lined up, and that will feed all of you who are really anal about stuff, make you very happy. So I'm going to put this card together. So I've gone ahead and cut the cardstock to fit, and so I'm going to go and, well, actually, I'm going to do one thing first. So again, this is from the Heart Happiness. Oh, no, it's not. Kidding. It's from the Sure Do Love You. I thought I had it out here. You should see what a mess it is outside of my camera view. Sure Do Love You. Oh, here it is. Sure Do Love You. So there's 3 hearts. So I did the I'm Yours, and then we're going to do Always on the inside. Okay. But next, what we're going to do is... oh, I know. So in the suite of products, there's these gorgeous gold stickers. So we're going to take one of the stickers and attach it to the bottom here, just as a little decoration. So I'll just put that on at the very bottom. And these are the vinyl stickers that are really beautiful. And then I'm just going to stick this back on the sheet so I can use it for something else later. Okay, so there I've got that. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do with this is use some of the Celebration ribbon to dress it up. So I've done Pink Pirouette, Calypso Coral, and Berry Burst, which I think is a beautiful color combination. And then before I mount it onto my Calypso Coral card, I'm going to tie a little Calypso Coral shimmer ribbon. This is one of the Celebration choices. It comes in a 3-pack. So you get all 3 rolls of ribbon as one of your choices. So there's Basic Gray and Bermuda Bay and Calypso Coral in the 3-pack. So I'm just going to tie this onto my card like so. And this is gorgeous. There we go. Okay. Then I'll add it to my card. All right. You like the color combination, Franziska. Thank you. I got the color combination from the paper that coordinates with this. It's a teeny bit different from the paper because the paper pack actually has, this is powder pink, but there's a whole bunch of gloriously gorgeous colors in here, including, of course, as you can see, the gold. But look at these papers. They're so pretty. Oh, these are kind of orgasmic too. I'm just saying. This is my favorite paper. It's so pretty. I'm trying not to pull them all out, but so anyway, that's where I got the color combination. So Calypso Coral, Melon Mambo, Powder Pink, Rich Razzleberry, and Whisper White. So I mixed them up. Like, I think if you took Melon Mambo and mixed it with Rich Razzleberry, you would have Berry Burst. I'm just saying. Okay, but back to my card. So there's that. And then on the inside, what I did is I stamped Always on some white. Hold on. I got a little scrap of white here. And I stamped Always on here, and then I die cut it because the framelits that coordinate with the stamp set, I can cut that out. And oh, here's one I already did. So I'm just going to adhere that to my card like so. So it says, I'm yours, 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 always. So I think that's a really fun card. I think this would be a great anniversary card, but of course it works perfectly as a Valentine's. That's the holiday. Excuse me. Sorry. So anyway, that is with this stamp set. So I do have an online class with this. It also makes this really cool box. I think I have one. I was working on the box earlier. I made up a box. I'm working on decorating it. I don't know what happened to it. I was going to show it to you just so you could see it. Oh, here it is. It's really kind of cool. So here's the box. So it would fit some treats. There are little note cards that fit in there. Oh, thank you guys for all the bless yous. That's so sweet. But you can fit them in this little box, and then it closes by itself. It's really cute. You just die cut 2 pieces to create this. So it's very, very fun. Okay, so next, now that we've done that, I think it's time that we make a ridiculously over-the-top, super cute card featuring these dang pandas. Oh my gosh, are they not the cutest? They are so stinking cute. As soon as I saw those, I knew they were going to be popular. I'm just looking for my stamp set. It's probably buried somewhere. Oh wait, I found it. Let me just close these ink pads up. Okay. So, the pandas. First of all, love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. How could you not love pandas? They're so cute. So these are so fun. And I love that this one's holding a balloon, but you know what? He could be holding a flower, stem, anything, not just a balloon. So that's really cute. This one, I mean, whenever you put a party hat on any kind of animal, it's already adorable. And then this one is it's got a little love note that it wants to give to you. I just want to kind of squeeze this little tummy. If I was definitely channeling my inner Andrea is one of my downline, I would say boop. She likes to boop things. So, all right. So next what I'm going to do is make a really cute card with this stamp set. So first of all, I'm going to stamp him with some black ink. And then we'll punch him out. And now I'm a little embarrassed because I think I used the 2 1/4 inch punch, but I can't remember. Oh, I know how to figure it out. So I've cut a coordinating scalloped circle from the scalloped circle framelits. Yeah, I think it was 2 1/2. So the 2 1/2 inch punch is actually retired. I do have a few of them if you would like one. I have like 2 left, so let me know. But I use it quite a bit. There is a framelit that's very similar in size, so if you don't have it, you can certainly use the framelit. But, oh, Andy Forey's mom is on here. Yes, she does like to boop things, doesn't she? It's so cute. I have to tell you, she was over, Andrea is one of my helpers, and she was over here the other night, and she makes up words, and I was laughing so hard about one of the words she says. And I'm not going to tell the story, but oh my gosh, I about died laughing. It was really funny. All right, so I've stamped my cute little panda, and he is perfect as is, but I'm going to go ahead and color him in a little bit. I want my powder pink marker. There we go, powder pink and Calypso Coral, only because that coordinates with the paper I'm going to use. So I've stamped him, and then I'm going to, well, actually, I do need, there's one more thing I need to stamp, and that is with Calypso Coral. There's a happy birthday in the stamp set that I'm going to stamp, and oh, it'll fit perfect on this little scrap I have left over. And I'm going to punch it with my label punch right here because it fits perfect, which is wonderful. And then also it will fit right here, so it looks like he's holding a sign saying happy birthday to you. I mean, how perfect is that? All right, then I'm going to color in his little hat. And oops. So I'm just using my regular markers. I could probably use Stampin' Blends if I wanted. But I'm just quickly coloring with my little markers here. There we go. And then I'm going to adhere all of this together. Very easy. Now the trickiest part of this is going to be whether or not my ribbon is handy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of fast fuse on the back of this. And now it kind of looks like he's holding that sign. Okay, now the printed paper for this card is from the Bubbles and Fizz and Bubbles, something like that. This is also a celebration choice. Hold on, I can tell you. And at first I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but it's super cute. So it's called Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper. You can see it coordinates with the bottle stamp set that's in the big catalog, or in the occasions catalog. Of course, I can't remember the name of it because, like I said, I have not memorized the names yet. But I promise I'll get there. But I love this paper. It's got really fun, bright, happy colors, and I've actually used quite a bit of it already, and I'm really digging it. So I'm just going to adhere this to a layer of Calypso Coral, and then I have my powder pink card base. So we will pop this up, because oh my gosh, I'm like going through with dimensional withdrawal or something. I haven't used any dimensionals yet, I don't think. That's kind of odd for me. I usually don't go more than one card without using them. I mean, sheesh. All right, so we've got that on there. And then I'm going to add a little ribbon to this to really jazz it up. So hold on, let me grab that. It's just out of reach. Oh, and I put it back in my ribbon drawer, so everything is good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is my ever famous zigzag of ribbon. So I want this to just kind of hang over the edge, and then I'm using this in as a placeholder so I know where to do my zig, and then I'll do my zag like so. It adds a wonderful little touch of ribbon without having any bulk, so the post office doesn't freak out, and that's a good thing. Okay, so we'll put that on there. Okay. How cute is this? Oops, I put my dimensionals on the side. I meant to put them on the top and bottom. Maybe there's time we can fix that. Because the idea is that the ribbon kind of holds up the center and then the dimensionals hold up the ends. Okay. Now, I did show this on my blog, but I didn't get a chance to do the video, and so now you get to see it in all of its gloriousness. So there we go. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. I love it. So, and so easy. You saw how easy that was, right? So I love this little panda. So adorable. You can expect to see many, many things from him coming up. Now my next card is a really simple card, but I had to highlight this paper because it is drop dead gorgeous. If my favorite paper is the, is that painted, whatever. Oh, this is bad when you don't know the names because then I don't like feeling this way. I don't know the names of everything. Painted, there's a lot of good paper in here. Okay, so I showed this one a minute ago, which is called Painted with Love. Oh, hello, Painted with Love. Isn't that gorgeous though? So pretty. And then now I'm going to show my second favorite paper, which is part of the Sweet Soiree suite of products. So S-W-E-E-T and S-U-I-T-E. So the Sweet Soiree is this gorgeous stamp set. I love, 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 love it. And the printed paper that goes with this is stunning. That's the only word to use to describe it. So here's one piece of that paper. And do you see this? It's silver foiled. And there's beautiful patterns on the back, but why would you ever use this one? This is on the other side. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. And so I'm just going to make a really simple card with this. Of course, the highlight is this. Now I do need to do one thing and die cut the circle. I did not do that before I went live. So hold on a sec. I'm just over here cutting. Just me and my big shot cutting. Okay, so I took a stitched circle framelit and die cut it from some vellum, so you can see the vellum, and we're going to put that over here. And you might think, well, what the heck, but it's, trust me. All right, I've also gone ahead and die cut a happy birthday in silver foil, and I just wanted that little bit of buffer in between with this shape on this paper, because otherwise it's a little in your face. Okay, I promise it's all going to be good. Okay, so what I've got is my piece of printed paper. I've got a piece of sweet sugar plum, and then this is my berry burst piece. So let's put it all together, and you can see how truly gorgeous this is. And then we're going to finish it off with some fanciness, a little fanciness. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put my happy birthday right on here, like so. And we're going to pull out our good old silicone mat with our liquid glue and our sponge. So this is just a sponge with some, with a clip so I can get some adhesive on the back of this. Okay, so I'm going to set this down and just sponge some adhesive on the back, and that will give me excellent adhesion to this intricate die. Now, a lot of people ask me why I'm not using the multi-purpose adhesive sheets on that, and the reason why is on all these little pieces you have to pull off the little scraps off all of this, and that can be kind of tricky to do. I actually find this to be a little faster, so that is my reasoning behind that. So Judy, your list is growing. Good for you. Okay, so you can see it's on here perfectly. You can't see any of it, so that's wonderful. When you do that, your finger, hold on, let me go back. Donna says when she does that, her fingers become very sticky. She's going to have to practice more. Are you using the clip? Because I literally have zero sticky on the back of mine. I suspect when you get sticky, it's because you're probably using too much adhesive. Now I put some on the back of this vellum circle because it's nice and even, so you won't be able to see it through either. Okay, so look at that. Now, do you see? I am not sticky anywhere. I might have ink on my fingers, but I don't have any sticky stuff on my fingers, so I'm kind of proud of myself. All right, so isn't that gorgeous? Let's take it up one more notch, and we are going to add my favorite coordinating product, which is this gorgeous metallic edged berry burst ribbon. Ties like a dream. So we're just going to create, I think this is worthy of a bow, so we'll cut a little longer piece so I can tie a bow. So I kind of, to determine how much I need, I sort of, you saw I flipped this over like the loop of a bow and pinched it together. So that's kind of how much a bow would be, right? So then I'm just going to measure the other half of this out, and that's where I will trim my ribbon for measurement purposes. All right. Now I also find when tying bows that if you do it upside down, that helps. Okay. So I've turned my paper upside down. I'm going to hold this at a 90-degree angle from the way I want it to lay right now, okay? I always have a finger holding the knot onto my card because that helps me make sure I don't end up with a big gap anywhere. Okay, now notice I let go of this hand, so this hand is holding things in place. And then I'm putting my ribbon through, and I'm going to pull it nice and tight. And when I do this, when I start with my ribbon perpendicular to the way I want it to eventually lay, then it kind of works out. All right, now I talked a little bit through this, so I might do it again, sorry. Let me do it at real-time speed. That helps. I was narrating through the whole thing. The process is the same. By the way, my tongue is sticking out, so if you do that, it does help. See, that's why I had to stop talking, so I could get my tongue to stick out while I was tying it. Oh, so isn't this so pretty? So maybe we'll scooch it on this side. I think it'll look better over here. Yeah. There is my beautiful bow with this gorgeous ribbon. And if it's not laying quite the way you want it to, you just mess with it. And you sort of mess with it until it bows to your will. I mean, you're the person here, right? Okay. So there we go. I'm going to fold this over and adhere. Well, I think this is worthy of a dimensional, don't you? So we'll pop this up, and then we will be all set. So beautiful. And I know this little layer right here is not much, but it just kind of tones it down so you can see the happy birthday with that paper. But isn't this gorgeous? And this bow is so pretty.
Hi, Internet.
I knew you needed to come down and say hi.
Are my pajamas here?
No, they're not here.
Dang it!
They're coming.
Will they come tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can track it after I'm done. Okay. So Carl and I did a little online shopping the other night, and he ordered some pajamas because some of you may have seen I did my sister and my daughter posted a picture and tagged me in it on Facebook with our New Year's pajamas that were these cute little dogs, and they were very silly. But what I thought was funny, by the way, is did you see that blue lipstick I put on at the beginning of our show? That was in the picture. And yes, it was scary, Carl. And nobody commented on that when they commented on the picture. So I thought that was funny. You have to go back and look because my lips are actually blue in that picture. All right. But anyway, here is the final card. I think it's so pretty. I love this paper. So let me pull this paper in so you can see it. Of course, here is my piece that I just used. Sorry, I shook my thing. Carl left before he could see all your greetings, but I will be sure and let him know. But look at that. Ooh, so gorgeous. Oh, you've not seen the happy birthday before, Tanya? I have shown it actually quite a few times. Not like very recently, but it is one of my faves. So look at this paper. So pretty. Oh, it's the same sheet again. Oh, this one. This one's really pretty too. This is like the one I'm using, only the background is berry burst. It's gorgeous. Okay, so, sorry, I'm trying to put it back and I'm making a mess. All right, so I've done 3 projects today. Kind of fun. Let me bring them out so you can see. And then I Stamparatus up my little bear, my bunny. So we did the hinge step on this one. We learned how the Stamparatus, I keep calling it that. It's the Stamparatus. But there it is. And then we have our 2 birthday cards and a Valentine's card. So anyway, I really think it's so much fun stuff. All of this is wonderful. This happy birthday is definitely a must-have. So as always, you guys, when you share the video, you'll get entered into a drawing. And next week, we're going to do 2 drawings because we have the drawing from our last Facebook Live video. So all those people who've shared on YouTube and Facebook will be entered into that one, as well as people who've ordered with the host code. That gets you entered into a second thing because I have 2 sets to give away. And then this video from today, I'm going to do another drawing because why not? So make sure you share this video or place an order. Now, if you have ordered since celebration started, don't worry. You will be included in the drawing. I'm going to do my usual, write down everything for you guys. Hold on, I got to grab my Sharpie. Okay. So, of course, first thing is share video. And of course, you can do that if it's on YouTube as well. Share video or order, I should say, and order with the host code VCSSJQVG. This is all over my blog, by the way, so if you don't miss it here, it's on my blog. It's in the sidebar. It's on every blog post. Okay, so that both of those things will get you entered into a drawing for free stamps. Okay, 2, I have Occasions catalog product shares. I almost have round 2 filled up, so make sure you check that out. There's info on my blog, as well as I actually put a link. If you look on this video, there should be a link to both my blog as well as to the shares. And there are 3 options. There's a paper share, also called a DSP share, Designer Series Paper Share. There's a ribbon share, and there's also an accessory share. And then there's the I Want It All share. You save $10 when you do the I Want It All. Save. And then you also get extra bonus stuff. You get the ribbon, printed paper, cards, and note cards and envelopes, all from the celebration flyer when you do the I Want It All. So it's a really great deal. So make sure you register for those right away because, like I said, I just have a couple spots. I have maybe 3 spots left in the second round of that. And as soon as I have those orders or those spots filled, I can order it and then it'll get out. They will start shipping on the 15th. And so far, everything will start shipping on the 15th or sooner. So make sure you get in on that because it's kind of awesome. Next of all, it is celebration time. If you are interested in taking advantage of celebration, whether you want to order or host or join, let me know if you have any questions. There's information about all of these things on my blog. And if you have any questions about it, please let me know. I will say joining is your best value. You are not obligated to do lots of events or anything, but you do get a discount when you join. And it's a great deal to join, especially during celebration. So, because celebration equals bonuses for everybody. And even us demonstrators, we get bonuses during celebration for our sales and our recruiting efforts. So it's a great deal for demonstrators, for customers, for hostesses, and for people to join Stampin' Up. So everybody wins. It's wonderful. So make sure you let me know if you have any questions about that. I would love to have you join our team. We do, like I said, I kind of got a little bit off track a little bit when I was talking earlier because of those frowny faces, but celebration is such a wonderful time to join Stampin' Up, and I highly encourage you to do so if you've been thinking about it. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. A whole bunch of you guys on here are part of my team, and I know some of you have been kind of saying it's great to be part of Stampin' Up. We're so glad to have you, and it's wonderful to be a part of such a great group of women, and it just warms my heart to know that you all are so wonderful together as a group. That is just wonderful. So yay. All right. I will be live again on Monday at our normal time. So if you caught me today, don't worry. You don't have to wait long because I'll be back again on Monday with more projects. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you again very soon. Bye, guys.